Hey guys, Chuck here. We are going to tackle another game here called Dawn of Man. Now, this was made by the same people that made Planet Base, so it's very similar gameplay, just kind of the opposite end of the tech tree, if you want to say. This one, you take a Stone Age group of people and try to advance them to something resembling the modern world. So, we start out, we have different regions we can start from. So this has got rivers, emerging streams, a river fork, a lake. Um, we're going to try the river here. So, yeah, we want rivers because we want to be able to set up fishing. So you can start with no structures. Let's do that. Let's go for the real challenge here. No structures or settled, where it's going to give us a few structures and resources. But yeah, we'll try that. We'll have some stuff already set up, and then we'll just build on that. So I played this a while back, very briefly. I never really got too far into it. So hopefully we can make some progress here. So we have a crafter, two tents, a wood pile, which and they're currently making. They're going to allow sticks and logs to be stored there. We're going to want to expand that, but we're also going to want people. People need to eat, so it looks like we can place. We can click here, and then just tell people to fish there, or we can set that as a work area. So let's set that as a work area for fishing. And then we can click that and select how many people we want to fish there. We've only got 7 people in our little village so far. So let's allot a few different jobs and then see if we still have people left over. Now, another thing you have to do is gather wood. So we have to gather sticks. The one thing you can do is you can hit tab, and that sends you into this kind of mode where you can see stuff. And the aggressive animals, the ones you don't want to try to hunt early on, are going to be red. The green ones are ones you can hunt easier. So we can also tell people to hunt that animal and just click that. So some people are going to go after that animal and hunt it. And also we need, of course, there's flax, there's rye, raspberries. So we can also set a work area for harvesting wild plants. Now you can, it says use Z or C on your keyboard to expand that size. So if you got, say, several wild plants, we can have that set there. Now we also need people to gather sticks and to gather flint. Now we can't set up mines yet, but you'll find flint just lying about. Like, well, that's stone. That's stone. Here's some flint. So we can set another work area for that to obtain flint. And we will expand that a little bit to make sure we get like 3 different flint deposits in there. And let's set a couple people working on that. Now, in the meantime, these people are out there hunting. They're going to be bringing back animal skins. So we need to set up. Oh, here we got sticks. All right, work area. Gather sticks, and we'll set a couple people on that. Now we just about got all of our people busy on stuff. So now we can hit tab and go back to people moving around. And we need to build, we're going to need to build production. So we need a skins dryer. We have a, well, I think we don't have a hearth, do we? Yeah, people already have that. So let's do a skins dryer, maybe a couple of those. And then we're going to need to do a food dryer, but we don't have that tech unlocked yet. So that's another thing about this is you earn points by doing things, and then you can spend those points. I don't think it's under, yeah, you can click manage and click text, or you can just hit F7 on your keyboard to take you straight here. Now, we have bone tools, composite tools, slings, and a food dryer. We're going to unlock when we get enough tech points. So we hunted that boar, so we got 1 knowledge point. So you see that up here, we got 1. So now that 117 is not so good. We want to keep that under 100. Now you can also speed things up here by hitting 4 on your keyboard. We speed up the game speed so they'll accomplish some of these tasks a little faster. And as they finish stuff you've set, you'll see this workload drop because they've finished some things you had set up to do. And we also need to click on this crafter. Currently he's making skins outfits, but they need to make these biface, which was like a flint cutting tool they had back in those days. So you can just click it and they'll make 1. Or you can right click and they'll go to continuous production. Continuous production for something like that. And then wooden spears and wooden harpoons for fishing. We're going to set all those to continuous production. Now we've got 4 knowledge points so far. So you click that, and that'll take you straight to this as well. We need 1 more, and we'll unlock food drying. So we're going to need to put, we got the skins drying. We're going to need to put a food dryer so these people have a way to dry the food. Like the fish are going to catch, and plus that boar we had them hunt. Now, we also need to build some more stuff. We need storage. So we need a storage tent. So we're going to put that here because if we don't build storage tents, people are going to store stuff in their homes. So we build a storage tent so they have some place to put it. And we're going to need to expand that wood pile a little bit. And we will do that. Because we're going to find that storage that get filled up really fast. Now, so we got 50% workload. We've got 7 people. Capacity is 6. So we can put another house down. Let's click residence, click tent. We'll put another house down. So now when that gets built, we will have capacity for the number of people we have here. Now this is giving us a little hint about research and knowledge. Now we have a wolf attack. So let's see where that is. Now, our people killed the wolf, so that's good. We didn't lose any people there. We're going to go back to this research, and we're going to research the food drying first. So now we have that available, and because we got a knowledge point the first time we hunted a wolf. So now we're going to put down production and a food dryer. Now, people are going to, whatever fish they catch, they're going to hang it up there. Let's speed things up. As soon as they get this other house built, then we'll have some labor freed up as soon as they get these items built. That'll drop down. It's already dropped down to 83%. We have a milestone unlocked. So you unlock all these. It's basically how you beat each level, and then that gives you more gameplay options for future playthroughs. So now we've got. I think we can pull this up, and we can find more green animals to hunt. Let's hunt an ibex. Now, another thing you can do, you can select, you can just click that and somebody will go hunt it. Or, you know, when we get more advanced tools, you can also click a person and then go right click to animal. And then you can click another person and go click to animal, and you'll still send multiple people to hunt the same animal. And so when you get, like, let's see if we have any around. So if you want to go after, you know, this fellow here, this woolly rhino, he's got, you know, in this case, she, an adult female. It's going to be a little harder to bring down. You're going to want to send more people after that. But as we advance, we'll get better tools, better weapons. And so at that point, we'll start going after the bigger animals. Now you can click on a pending thing here, and it is pending a dry skin. So we have some skins on the dryers. So I guess as soon as they get one of them dried, they can take it over, apply it to this construction site, and go ahead and build that. Now we got the food dryer built. Now the tent is about done. As you can see, that's this red up here is going to turn white. Now we have capacity for 9 people, and we have 7, so 2 more people can join. Now we have food coming in. This you know, early stages, really the main thing is food. So let's check our tech tree again. We're going to unlock dog domestication. We could unlock that right now, or we could unlock sling making or bone tools. I think we're going to go for the better tools for now. So we can click this fellow. Now, instead of making wooden spears, we could turn that off, and we could turn on bone spears and bone harpoons instead of wooden harpoons. Now we have a wolf attack. That guy is running. That wolf is, yeah. Probably a good idea to run from that. All right, workload. Yeah, we just lost a person. Well, we killed a wolf and killed another wolf, so it's going to get us some more meat, but now we went down a person. So you notice the workload goes up because we don't have as many people. So let's speed this up, see if we can't get burials. Well, we don't have religious buildings set up yet, so we can build that, I think. Spiritual, well, a skull pole, which, you know, we'll put that here. That's a start. Eventually you can get burial rites set up, and then the people will bury their dead, which helps your overall morale. It gave us a knowledge point for that. Now, let's see. All right, we don't need more storage. We possibly could start gathering stone, but I don't know if we have that stuff unlocked yet. But let's go ahead and build, you know, a stone pile here. and we will place a work area to have people gather stone. And we're still fairly low on the workload. So we can place more fishing areas. Have one set there. Now let's set one over here to increase, because we need to bring in steady food supplies. Right now, not much going on there. Now some of the, like right now the season is fall. So some of the plant gathering, obviously the berries and things, are not going to be available at different times of year. So right now it's fall. We got winter coming. We need more meat. We need to store up enough to get through the winter. So we're going to look for some green animals we can hunt. The problem here is these little ones might show up as green, but they're surrounded by aggressive, harder creatures. So if you hunt that, there's a risk your people might go over there and get attacked by the more aggressive creature. So maybe we're going to avoid that. We're going to go after a couple of these animals here on the that aren't near the dangerous creatures. And we're going to speed things up and see if we can get some food. Now we're starting winter. So we just got one of those hunted. Now clothing is an issue. We have a trader. So let's see what the trader has and if we have anything to trade. We've got a few things down here. We got some dry skins, some bifaces, some bone. We're going to need that to make bone tools though, so we don't want to trade too much of it. We don't have a lot to trade. And this person is offering some pulses, dog domestication. We're going to unlock that anyway. Some logs, some more dry skins, some fish. We're going to go ahead and take the dry fish. And it's only a value of 4. So we can trade a couple flint for that and hit OK. And we required raw skin times 10. So that we might need another skin dryer. Maybe even 2 more. And it couldn't hurt to have another food dryer. Because if anything you learn from these types of games, if you don't get out in front of production needs, you find yourself lagging behind. And then you're going to have problems. Now we might be able to research another tech. We have 6. So we can get composite tools. And that's going to give us an axe, which will allow us to start chopping down trees. So let's research that. Let's make another crafter building. Another crafter. Let's tell this fellow to switch. Do we want some axes? We want the flint pick. And we want a flint spear. But the other guy, when he gets built, we're going to have him making some harpoons. Because harpoons don't show up under the composite tools. We'll get some axes and we'll be able to start cutting trees. We got more cured meat. We got more people. So now we are needing another house. Let's build another house. Another tent. You have no picks. Yeah, I know. We just set that up. So let's see how long it's going to take this to get built. He's bringing sticks. We survived the winter. Got a knowledge point for that. All right. We have a new crafter almost built. All right, now we can set him up. He's going to need to make some harpoons and bifaces still. Now we can. This guy doesn't need to make harpoons and bifaces anymore, or bone spears. He can make just composite stuff and continue to make skins outfits so that people have something to wear. And we need this other house to get built. Now they're bringing materials for that. Now we have no picks. This tools menu will show us how many tools we have, I think, does it? No, it just gives us information about them. We got some fish. So we got fish drying. And it looks like we got this other house built, so we're keeping ahead of that. We've got a little bit of stone piling up. And we got 4 knowledge points. One more we can unlock slings, which will allow us to get archery. So we'll start making bows, and that'll, increase what we're able to hunt. Dog domestication is kind of a big deal. Dogs can help hunting. So we really need enough tech to unlock both of those items. Then tanning is going to give us quite a bit more. But like leather and sledges. And you make those sledges so people can start to use those to haul materials around easier. Now, another trader. See what the trader has. Some dry. This person's mostly food. And some logs and some sticks. Some flint. We'll take some bread and some fish. That's a value of 10. So we can trade. Oh, stone only gets us 1. Well, that's not good. Well, we don't really have much we can trade here. We can trade the wooden spears. We'll do that. Since we're making composite spears now. So you can still produce stuff that you're not really needing, and then you get a surplus you can trade with these traders. So here we got the stone pile. The rock pile is gonna take flint and stone allowed in both of those. So we're probably going to need more of these storage piles. Now I'm going to put another one there and another one there, and we need more wood pile. I thought I had built 4 of them. Well, we'll put another one there. So storage is pretty good. Food stocks look good. Let's see. If we hit this manage. Okay, we have limits for production. This will get important later when you want to try to manage your whole workload. When we have mines and they're bringing in metals and all this. So right now, we have 100 units for meat. Fish is set to 10. Vegetables is unlimited, but we're not growing vegetables yet. Grain, and that we'll get to when we unlock that. But it looks like we've reached a nice stable level here. We have a workload of 13%. So we're gonna place a work area and we want to cut down trees. And we're gonna make this a pretty wide work area. And we can also maybe assign a couple people to that. We're going to leave the, well, so that was collecting plants. Where was the, okay, we've already got one tree got cut. Okay, here it is, cut down trees. Let's set 2 people working on that. And we're going to have it, well, it's set for 10. Let's set the limit a little higher. What'll happen was when these people get that area clear, then you have more flat ground. And when we progress, we're going to need a lot of that flat ground for growing crops, which we'll eventually unlock. Now let's go ahead and hunt this critter. And let's hunt that critter. Oh, wild horses. Eventually we'll domesticate them. Let's set about 3 critters to be hunted. And up their game speed. Game speed's already high. So let's wait for these people to get that done. We can research more tech. So we're going to research sling making. Now we have to check our production people. And they can make slings. Then we'll get bows eventually. But we're going to go ahead and produce slings, which will help our hunters out a bit. Now, when we get the bows, I want to see at what point does that unlock. And that doesn't unlock till we reach the Mesolithic era, which right now we're still in a Paleolithic. But we're moving along. Get a few more points, we can domesticate dogs. Our workload's pretty high. But I think once those animals get hunted, that's going to drop back down. Then, as you can see, that building needed repair. Cave lion attack. Are they going to be able to kill it? Hopefully. Yes, they did. That's going to get us a little more meat and skins. All right, another tech. Let's get dogs. Now the puppies are coming. I always think that was a big milestone in human technological development, was the domestication of dogs. And they say, people domesticated dogs and cats domesticated people. It was the other way around. They kind of just showed up and said, yeah, we think we'll hang out. So that tells you all you need to know about the difference between those two. And I'd say that my cat's looking at me like, what are you talking about? But he's got a pretty good life. He got nothing to complain about. So we're up to 11 people. We have capacity for 12. So if we want to get ahead of the game a little bit, we'll go ahead and put another tent down now, so that when more people show up, we're not worried about that. Now let's go back here and dog training. And that means that the dogs will help with hunting. That's kind of a big deal. Then we go out to hunt these critters. They'll have a dog go out with them. They'll help them kill the animal. Means we can start hunting more difficult animals. Gonna go after this Megalorosaurus here. And it's a big critter, should provide some meat. And we'll go after one over there. And back out of that and see how that goes. Now we're getting close to getting out of the Paleolithic area. Getting to Mesolithic. So we have to unlock tanning and funerary rituals. But right now, you gotta wonder what they're doing with the dead people. If we don't even have funerals yet. Just burying them, dumping them in a river. I think they did something with them back then. Anything here that looks interesting? Dry skin, some cured meat, some logs, and some leather. Let's just take the meat. We don't have anything unlocked to do with the leather yet. So that leather is just going to be kind of useless at the moment. But we can swap a couple logs for some meat. And go for that. Now, that one of the animals we were hunting got away. So let's see where that one was. That was the one over here. So we need to pick another animal to hunt. Maybe go after that one, that ibex. You see there's a lot of territory that you can venture to. And I have got myself completely lost and can't find the settlement. So we're going to see if there's a way to center on that. Menu. Gonna resume. Okay, Okay, we figured that out. You hit the return key. But I'll tell you how I figured that out. If you hit F1 on your keyboard, then you get this menu here. And then you can hit controls, and bingo, you have all the controls. So you can look that up and see, what your controls are. We have a lion attacking our people, and that guy got injured. But he got away with his life, so that's good. Now, milestone unlocked, survival. So we've got a second milestone. Now we have this injured person. And we have another attack. It's the same lion, but this time we killed it. Alright. We're down to 10 people. Somebody must have died. This person got killed by a hyena. So there's the... Let's go ahead and tell people to hunt that hyena since it's coming here anyway. So let's get out in front of that and try to take it out. Now the dog's going after it. Good dog. And it's the first good boy in human history right there. Now, we got another knowledge point for that. That gets us a little closer. Let's unlock tanning. And 5 more and we'll be to the next era. Let's go ahead and speed things up a bit. And what did they just kill there? Another hyena. Wow. So we've unlocked tanning. Now I wonder, is there a different production building or structure required for that? And yes, there is. So we're going to put a couple of those down. This guy's getting tired. Well, go take a nap, dude. I guess people didn't nap as frequently back then as we do now. We have a little more leisure for that. Says me, the professional napper. New human was born, and it sounds like one died. So, because apparently everybody makes that noise when they die. You have to go, oh. All right, we got dogs running around. We got one knowledge point. Let's, we only got 32 workload. So, we're going to hunt some more critters. And we're going to try for one of these adults again. And see if we can't bring it down. Said he'd give us a lot of meat. And I'll try guys still cutting trees. We got one of those. We got another knowledge point. I don't know if we got the big one or if we got the young one. Trader. Trader is offering what? Well, we don't want to spend that much and we're going to get... We'll just take more food. You can never have enough food. And we'll trade some logs. Trade logs for food. See what else. Okay, we've got production is looking okay, but there's leather outfits now. So that, but you can see that the skins outfit gives us better protection, better warmth than the leather does. So we'll probably just keep that. Or what we can do is have one crafter making leather, one crafter making skin. Now there's a storm rolling in. And I don't think there's much we can really do about that. So, that guy is not happy. What is he sad about? You know, workload's not that high. You've got dogs running around. You have enough food to eat. Let's, we have two new people join. So I think we're going to place another work area for fishing. Because you can never have too much food. Population reached 15. That gives us more knowledge. Guess what? We need to build another building, but we also can research the last tech in the Paleolithic period. So now, funerary rituals unlocked. Does that gives us more buildings we can build? What does that do? We can build a burial mound. Go ahead and put that down. And we're also going to need to build another structure, but we're going to get huts soon, which are going to be a little better than these simple tents. But we'll throw that tent down for now and keep things speeding up. All right, we got the burial mound done. Now, we're still not really high on the workload. So we're going to hunt another one of those. But we'd like to start expanding different types of animals, but I don't want to go after these guys until we got archery. Then the big things get a little easier to kill. We can go after more ibex. So let's wait on that. And we get a few more tech points. We have the new tent built, so people have enough living space. It looks like the health is dropping on that ibex, so I think they're going to have it killed any second. Maybe. And we got it. So, and if we look at the storage tent, it tells us what we have in there. We have 10 dry skins, a couple flint picks. So I think with the pick, you know, watch this. We're going to be able to start, you know, hitting mining areas. So there's a flint mine. We can just put that there. And that way people will go and actually mine the flint, which would give us a little more than just picking up loose pieces off the ground. Now, see if there's anything else we can do before we're going to need 7 knowledge points to unlock stuff at the next level. And we've only got 2. So we could build some more. See if there's any other. Nope, no other structures there. Nothing under that we can expand on. Production. We have everything built, you know, that we need for now. We're going to need more as, you know, things grow, as population gets bigger. But for now, we can be happy with where we are. Storage. Maybe let's build another storage tent. As if things go our way, we're going to need it. We had all the materials on hand to build it anyway. So things are coming along rather nicely. Just need a few more knowledge points. And what do we have here? A mammoth. We don't want to start going after those yet. But it is a lot of resources when you can kill one. We just don't think we're quite equipped yet to kill them. So let's look. We're really good at taking down the ibex. And maybe a boar. So let's go after those. Another trader. Let's see if the trader has anything interesting. Some bread. We'll let the people eat bread. And we'll take the fish. We don't need flint, and we don't need logs. In fact, we're going to trade logs for that. Now, workload is a little high, so let's let the hunters finish what they were setting out there to do before we assign any more tasks. Now you really have to, you can see we've got a lot of these trees getting cleared here. And we'll be able to start using that land for other purposes when the time comes. When we get, you know, planting crops unlocked, we'll be able to put, well, somebody kicked the bucket. Now we're down to 14 people. Workload is at 26%. We're in the winter. Let's see what kind of animal we have here. We have a cave hyena eating a dead boar. So can't do much about that, but we can go after that boar and hunt that one. I want to get these knowledge points up a little quicker. But I don't think there's anything else we can build right now or that we need to build. And we're in winter, so maybe we'll get another point for surviving another winter once we get to spring. Workload is low, so let's, as always, use that to our advantage and see what we can hunt. I think the animal migration patterns change on here quite a bit, which is, I guess you could say, somewhat realistic. From gameplay perspective, it can get a bit of a challenge because you were seeing, critters in certain areas, and now you're not, and you still want to find them, still want to hunt them, and all you're seeing around here is, um, aggressive or dangerous creatures. So we're gonna back out of that. We figure we'll hit spring, and that's gonna change at that point anyway. And right when I say that, some stuff comes running through the town, through the village. So we're gonna go after a couple reindeer. See if our people can bring those down. And there they go. Well, they brought down one, and they brought down both. That's a good deal. We got another knowledge point for that. First reindeer successfully hunted. Don't tell Santa. But I don't think that was one of his because they could have flown off. Maybe not got killed. Anyway. New human was born. Now, what I find interesting is that your workload is based on the number of population. And why, when somebody is born, immediately your workload goes down? I don't think that baby is contributing much to the workforce yet. But game developers decided people are people. It helps us out because it helps our productivity. So that's some pretty good, pretty strong babies they had back in that day. And they say that kids grow up fast now. Survived the winter, got another point for that. Let's, I think we need to see what we can do to get some other points. Let's go after this boar. And maybe let's hunt that old cave hyena. Because I don't, that might get us some more knowledge points for that if we can pull it off. And let's see about this creature. Did we get the boar? Nope, I think the boar got away. Nope, we got the cave hyena though. I tell our people to butcher that. And boar has escaped. Well, lucky for him. It's not going to end up in the barbecue pit this time around. Maybe later. We got a woolly rhino who's almost dead. So let's see if we can finish it off. And that'll get us a new animal hunted, which would get us more points for that. And we got more people joined. So we need to build another tent. And woolly rhino attack. We hunted it. We got the 2 points for it. And now the big one is trying to protect its young, but we got it too. So we got our points. So guess what that means? I thought that meant we could advance onto the Mesolithic era. We have our 7. We got 8 knowledge points. It's not giving us the option yet. We got flint spears. And let's speed this thing up a little bit. Let's get this tent built. We have no flint. Well, I told people to mine that. Let's place a work area. Obtain flint, and let's place it there. So hopefully people will go there and mine the flint. And we got that built. We are at 8 knowledge points, which means we're really close to being able to unlock another tech and move into the next era. Everything appears to be pretty stable for now. So we're going to leave off here. And if you found this video even a little bit entertaining and could leave me a like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that very much. And I will catch you the next time.